The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Juke the defender. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On first down, Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the pocket. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Go! Receiver in motion, going left. And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready.
From the 34. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 46. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking for a throw here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
63. Hey, Silver.
Throwing here, Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, Cade. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by the rookie from Arkansas.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Cade, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Here's another carry for Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Toss play to Barkley. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. That'll do it for 1/4 of this NFC divisional round matchup. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points.
Hey, easy, 63, back,
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The throw is caught. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Trap 60. 19 Lions.
Trying the right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's go.
Another carry for him. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Pickup of 2 here. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Come on, set.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Let's go now. Ready?
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
18 ready.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Dragon 60. Shot alert! Shot alert! Hut, hut.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, 73, 73.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Go silver, right?
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And he's going to be taken down after a long time back there. Coverage sack through and through. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st to 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Back to throw, Hurts. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go!
They'll come out throwing. He'll get this to Cup. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Gets this to Fant. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready? 70 range. 70 range. Ready?
Pass play coming here. That's taken in by Cup. And he'll be touchdown after a big play. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Still sticking with the passing game. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They send a man in motion.
Go!
He'll throw it yet again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Great.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, 73, 73.
He's back to throw. Getting out to his left. Now he's throwing deep, left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18.
looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throwing the out route complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. Hut, hut.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds a seam down the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
Set.
Now looking to throw. He finds Fant. He's got a gain of 6 there. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
37-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check up.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Connects with Fant. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
The give now out of the shotgun. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. Chased out to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
Panther 11. Trap 60. Trap 60.
They kick the running back in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead right away in half number 2. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Good, set. Now look at it.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Hey, Silver.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Hey! Now look at it. Hey!
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And this one doesn't go far. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Wilson's got it. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Set.
Running back sent in motion.
63 back.
Shipley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
They're going to try to run it in. Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
We're down to... One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on first. He lets one fly deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Whew, I think the coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, that could have been 6.
Ready?
Second and 10 now. That's caught by Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
65 Jack! 65 Jack! Ready?
Handoff now from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
18, ready? Take go!
From the 31. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, I think the defense coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Here we go! Here we go!
They send him left out of the slot.
Ready?
Throw on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! Ready?
Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
Pioneer! Let's go! Go!
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Let's go now!
Here he goes on the bootleg. Rolling out to his left. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks in range for a game-winning score. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. That one is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great, set. Out. 63.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
Silver, right?
Back to throw. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Motioning him from the slot right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make a miss in the backfield.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. Forced out to his right. That pass complete to Goddard. And he gets this forward to the 19. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here he is to throw. This throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. He'll look to throw it. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. They've got a man in motion. One final shot here. And that is incomplete. They got the look they needed, but no luck. This game's over. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And they're on through the playoffs.